Hey guys, welcome to another Team Tour Tuesday. This week we have Soldiers featuring the Red Guardian. Like we went over on Saturday, the Red Guardian, if he's part of a soldier themed team, gains ability where all of the Winter Guards on your team either get enhancement or empower. This team has two Winter Guards with this Crimson Dynamo and the Red Guardian, so we have two of those, which is kind of cool. A little bit more utility. This would be Shield team to make use of Nick's team up, but then you lose the Red Guardian one, and I'd rather have Red Guardian's enhancement than the ability to use Shield is free. Anyway, we went over Red Guardian on Saturday. He's got his energy shield and vulnerability on his defense. He's got his once per game an adjacent friendly character or him would be hit with a range attack. You can avoid the attack. And then he's a decent range piece with leadership, and then he's got some charge in there. Out of 5 range, 50 points. He's a really cool build around. I really like him. Just a really good piece. We're going to go to the other main shield bearer on our team. We've got the Prime Captain Carter. So she starts the game with her shield and the Super Soldier Serum equipped for free. And she also has a trait that when establishing theme teams, characters on your starting force with the soldier or spy keywords gain shield. So since everybody's a soldier, they would also be shield. Not that we can utilize that. Invincible and willpower on her defensive power. It's pretty good. And then she has the special damage power, which is enhancement and leadership. When she uses it and succeeds, once this turn, a friendly character that has the shield team ability may use it as free, which is a similar thing to what Nick does. Nick just gets it without rolling the leadership. So it's pretty good. We're playing her at 35 points just to get her on the team. So we look at her down, 6 range, triple target. She's going to hit a lot of people. Running shot with precision strike, 18 with defend, and then her special leadership and enhancement. It's pretty good. She's just a really good piece. This piece gives her defend +1, and then this gives her willpower. So she can keep going, and she's got the shield team ability and the Avengers Initiative team ability. So she's going to go and bust through hindering. Good range just piece to have up next to Red Guardian, so you can get that enhancement off on her. We like that. Next up, we've got Nick Fury. Nick Fury, the man himself. He's got traded leadership, so you have 4 actions on this team pretty much always. They can whittle you down, but you're still going to get it. And then when Nick Fury uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate one of the blonde shield operatives, like we showed off on our last one. If a 6 is rolled, you get Maria Hill if you don't already have a Maria Hill. So good way to bring in more shield agents and make use out of that shield team ability. He's got a special defense of regeneration, super senses, and willpower. And he is also shield team ability that busts through hindering terrain. He's just a really good range piece. Similar stats to the Captain Carter here with an 8 running shot, 11 attack, 17 toughness, and then perplex. And then later he gets outwit and stealth. So he can try to just be that outwitting piece. Again, for 50 points, he's pretty good. Like a fairly decent piece. 5 range, 2 targets. I really like this Nick Fury. And just the fact that it brings you in the shield operatives, which we are playing one of on our team. Realistically, she could be some items, but she's another character with the shield team ability, so you can get that extra bonus. And with Agent Ward, we have some other fun interactions. So she's stealth and then combat reflexes, close combat expert. She's really just there to be 15 points of shield team ability, so you can up your stats. Give her a power action, up your damage. But this Agent Ward, so he's older, so we'll throw his stats up on the screen so you guys can see them. His first trait doesn't really matter. His second trait, Trader Shield to Hydra. Adjacent friendly characters that can use the shield team ability can also use the Hydra team ability. So you will increase your range by 1. You can give your shield operative a power action to increase Ward's damage by 1. And then because you're adjacent to Hydra, their defense goes down by 1. And this doesn't say that start your game. So any of these that you generate with Nick Fury will gain the Hydra, and you can keep using that Hydra team ability to pluck them down. He's got stealth, sidestep, precision strike. He starts with the 2 damage and a special defensive power of, if Agent Ward occupies hindering terrain, Ward's range value becomes 8 and he can use range combat expert. So you put him up next to a shield agent in stealth. He's got stealth. He's going to be hitting at 11, 3, plus 1 damage from a shield operative. So 11 for 4. You can do some serious damage with that. Dropping their defensives by, everybody on here has the shield keyword. But Fury, the shield operative, and Captain Carter have the shield team abilities, so they'll also be Hydra. That's pretty good. Next up, a Winter Guard that I missed when I went over my talking about Red Guardian was Crimson Dynamo. I forgot he was Russian. So he's Winter Guard, Armor Soldier, Spy, sees through hindering. So we have a really good stealth busting team here with Nick, Carter, and him. He's got a trait, Crimson Dynamo, and adjacent friendly characters' defensive powers have protected outwit. So anybody up next to him, you can't negate their defenses, which is fairly decent. Nothing like super amazing, but to stop the negating of damage reducers is pretty good. He has a fairly decent card for 75 points, a little bit longer than the rest of them, but a 6 range, 10 running shot, 11 psychic blast, 18 with invincible, and 4 damage. And then you throw him up next to a shield agent, and then he's essentially at a 5 damage. If he's up next to Ward and a shield agent, then they both have Hydra. The defense drops by 2, and he's going to just annihilating rocket a couple of people off the map. He stays a range piece the entire time up to his last 2 clicks. He's fairly decent. I like this piece, pretty good. Just you have to watch positioning with him. If you don't do it correctly, you can get busted. Our last piece for today is this AIM Squad peon piece. We needed a good piece for 20 points to just kind of fill in here. He's AIM Avengers Hydra Soldier, and he has a trait at the beginning of the game. For all characters with this trait, choose either Empower or Enhancement, and they can use the chosen power of this game. If they are part of a name theme team, you can choose both. If you switch this the other way, which you really can, you just lose the Enhancement and Empower that these two get. You can make it a shield theme team, choose Nick's team up card instead, and then he gets both Enhancement or Empower. But I like it this way. You have changing every turn Enhancement and Empower with these two, so you're gonna run them where they need to do, and since they're both running shot pieces, you can play to saying, all right, they get Enhancement, run Carter up next to them, shoot, now do that. Pretty good daisy chaining, and then he can be the one that you're going to use most. Red Guardian flies, so Red Guardian can carry him around if you really need to, and he's also got sidestep. He's only 3 clicks for 20 points. He's got that sidestep. He's got a 10 attack, a 16 defense, 4 range. Not a really good piece. He's just here for the enhancement, just to make our guys hit a lot harder, and hopefully we'll summon a bunch of shield operatives off Nick's leaderships so that we can make more characters. More people on the map means more Hydra team ability that gets to go. I really like it. It's another one of those like light swarm teams, but with the ability to stack a bunch of enhancements and empowers, right? All 3 of these guys have enhancement. You run up running shot with Captain Carter or Nick Fury. You're doing 6 damage. If Ward is adjacent to them, you've got Hydra on him, so that'll drop it by 1. You've got Hydra on Nick, shield operative. So if you play in a group, you'll have a lot of enhancers on your side, reducers on their side, to try to break their team apart. Now you do have to play kind of close together, so you are vulnerable to energy explosion. But if we are around Red Guardian and Crimson Dynamo, we have that once per game stop and attack, and we have that protection of our defensive powers with Crimson Dynamo, so you won't be getting energy exploded for too much. If you do, it's not that bad. It's also a pretty cheap team. Other than the Captain Carter, everybody is a common or an uncommon, so it's Popper. You could theoretically change her out for another 35-point shield piece. She doesn't do too many amazing things other than the ability to use the shield team ability for free. That's very good, but she is a piece that we have, and we do like this, and I haven't put her on too many teams, so I wanted to put her on something. That's it for today's team tour. It was a little quicker than normal, but these pieces we've gone and talked about a couple of them before. No need to rehash them. As always, guys, if you have any suggestions, any comments, leave them in the section below. We always read them. We try to respond to them as fast as we can. And we've got a lot more videos in store for you guys. Until next time, take it easy.